Alright, so the first test that we're going to do is the rider test. So what our purpose for this test is to look for any amidite torsion with your patient. So have them in a prone position. You can draw lines here also starting at the greater trochanter, bisecting down the femur for references as well. For the purpose of this video, we're not going to do that. You're going to bring their knee up into 90 degrees of flexion. While you're palpating the greater trochanter, you're going to move the leg into internal and external rotation, looking for when the greater trochanter is the most prominent. So for my child Steve, it is right in this. So then we're going to take our goniometer, we're going to take a measurement of that angle, which for Stefan is approximately 15 degrees, which would be in our normal range. Anything more than 15 degrees, we're thinking about anti-torsion. For the next test, we're doing the thigh foot angle. So this one is looking at tibial torsion with your patient. So again, you can have them in a prone position. We'll have them flex their knee up to 90 degrees. You can't see it with this video, but we do have a line intersecting the second toe down to the heel and also down the femur in a vertical line. You're going to put the foot into a subtalar neutral position here. And then with those two vertical lines, you're going to put your stationary arm equal to that vertical line you already drew. And with your moving arm connected to the line of the femur. The degrees that you get is the degrees of torsion then in the tibia. And to better help you with this test, you do want to come above the patient then to have a better bird's eye view of this measurement. Alright, so this next test is the transmalleolar access test. You can have your patient long sitting or in supine, depending on what's more preferable for the child. You can use an inclinometer for this one. Unfortunately, we do not have one on hand, so we're going to use our goniometer for our measurements here. We know that both the medial and the lateral malleoluses, they're not going to be in a perfect line in the frontal plane. So we're going to take those measurements here. So what I'm going to do is find where these two are at, and remember that they're going to be at an oblique angle. And then we can put marks then where we found these measurements. They're going to use your tape measure to see those distances from each one. Alright, for Stefan, he's about 4 centimeters on the medial portion and about 3 then in the lateral portion. To also help with this test then, you want to make sure that the patient's knee isn't in flexion or hyperextension. So we put a sweatshirt, you can use a bolster pillow, some form to make sure that they're at 0 degrees, and also that they can stay in a neutral dorsiflexion position. If they're not able to do either of those two, you're not able to perform this test accurately. Alright, so this next test is our popliteal angle. You'll have your patient in supine then. We're going to flex the hip to 90 degrees. Okay, Stefan, can you please be good today? Alright. You can take your bubble gonio, your inclinometer. We're going to put it here, making sure that we're at 90 degrees. And then what we're going to do with the lower extremity is passively move them to see the length of those hamstrings. And Stefan, you did a good job. Alright, the next test we're going to do is our scoliosis screening test. What you're going to have your patient do then is instruct them to put their hands together. They're going to chin tuck and bend forward as much as they can. So Stefan, could you please do that for me? You'll then take your inclinometer and you're going to be putting it so it's on the spinous process, and you're just moving your way down and looking at the angle in each section. You can do this all the way down. You can come on up, Stefan. Anything more than 5 degrees then is where we're thinking about a referral then for scoliosis.